Hey guys, so I've been sick, so yeah, that's fun. I'm lying, it's actually horrible and I want to die. But what wasn't horrible was this week's chapter of Fairy Tail. And honestly, it was probably one of the best ones in a while. You know, recently a lot of my Fairy Tail reviews have been a bit more negative than I would like because, you know, Fairy Tail has its problems, but I still enjoy the series, so I'm really happy that we got an awesome chapter for its 10th anniversary. Now, it wasn't like the greatest chapter ever, no, not by a long shot, but for the part of the story it's at right now, this is probably one of the best chapters we could have gotten for the 10th anniversary. Because, I mean, it wasn't like Mashima was just gonna have the final showdown in this chapter, like, there's no way that could have happened. So we just got this awesome chapter that was, to be honest, pretty much everything I like about Fairy Tail. So it starts off, we see Natsu and them looking off to where they're supposed to go, and they see just like a sea of soldiers from the Alvarez Empire. And they're like, you know what? Mavis and Zeref are at the guild. We need to get there. Let's not keep them waiting. And they charge the entire army, and they just plow through them, cutting them down. It was so awesome. And I just really enjoyed this because, you know, Mashima's art is so good. It's probably, honestly, the best thing about Fairy Tail is the art. And people shouldn't complain that they're defeating all these guys like crazy because, I mean, it's already been established how much more powerful they have become after the time skip. There are also some great little character moments in this chapter, like when Natsu and Gray were talking about who's going to defeat Seraph first. I mean, that really brought me back to the early days of their rivalry. That was pretty cool. We also get to see Happy, who's thinking back to what Seraph said, where how if he were to die, Natsu would also have to die, and Happy's like, yo, no way that's going down. So yeah, I'm really interested to see just how they're going to figure out how to defeat Zeref, or if they will at all. And I mean, we've been wondering since the Tartarus arc what's going to happen when Gray finally finds out that Natsu is End. That is going to be really interesting to see. So we see them working their way through the crowd. Other people start to show up. Wendy and Carla drop by, and then we get to see some of the other guilds join in. Just this huge brawl, like all the good guys beating the crap out of everyone, and it was awesome. But then, of course, God Serena shows up to ruin the fun. Now, I didn't review the last chapter, but it was revealed that he actually did die, because even though we saw, like, Acnologia cut through him, it's still Fairy Tail. So we weren't sure if he was dead or not, but it turns out the death guy actually brought him back to life, which, to be honest, I thought, while it may have been a bit of an ass pull to bring him back, I did think it was pretty clever, and I really think that's sort of what his death powers were meant for all along. And it honestly makes him a lot more powerful knowing that he can bring back the other members of the Spriggan 12 who have already died. Anyway, he shows up and starts attacking them. Now, of course, he is much more powerful than the normal soldiers. However, his attacks get stopped. We see someone in the shadows, like the dust is clearing, and we see someone there. And oh my god, guys. Oh my god. Gildarts is finally back. I've been reviewing Fairy Tail for a little over a year now. I started like as soon as this arc started up. Ever since I've been reviewing Fairy Tail, like I guarantee you can go back watch some of my first Fairy Tail videos and you'll see me talk about this. Ever since I started reviewing Fairy Tail, I have been wondering when Gildarts is going to come back. Almost every single time I mention Gildarts, I'm like, when the crap is Gildarts coming back? But of course, Zara sent out that call to all the members of Fairy Tail, and he is finally here, and he is ready to kick some ass. This guy is Fairy Tail's strongest wizard. And he is friggin' amazing. Honestly, he's probably one of my favorite characters, and it's mainly because he's not around very often, you know, so he doesn't usually have to deal with any of Mashima's story bullshit. So it looks like in the next chapter it is going to be Gildarts versus God Serena. I have no doubt that Gildarts is just going to completely crush this guy, and I won't even be mad, because Gildarts was already, like, the most powerful badass ever, and here he was away for over a year training. Like, holy crap, this is going to be insane. And honestly, the way the story is going right now, we have 5 chapters left until the 500th chapter of Fairy Tail, and I have a feeling Mashima has something really crazy planned for it. And he usually does. I mean, if you remember the 400th chapter, that was friggin' Igneel versus Acnologia, which was probably the biggest, craziest thing that has happened in the series so far. And here you have all the Fairy Tail members going to clash with the Spriggan 12. You got Gildarts there. You got Zeref, Acnologia somewhere. It's going to be insane. So yeah, this was a very exciting chapter of Fairy Tail. I'm super excited to see what is going to happen next. It was also really refreshing to get a really great chapter after a slew of just, you know, some alright ones. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching. You can comment your thoughts on this chapter down below, and I will see you guys in the next, oh my god, I can feel my fever rising again, and I will see you guys in the next video.